All right, here we go. This one's gonna be a 357 SIG test. We have some more Underwood ammo. This one is the 115 grain jacketed hollow point. What this one looks like. This is a Nosler bullet. Pretty good looking round, and it is rated at 1,550 feet per second. So that's definitely moving out pretty good. And we'll be testing in two different length barrels today. We do have our Glock 33 and our Glock 31. Got a 3.42 inch and a 4.5 inch barrel. So we'll be going through our gel. It is a 10% block. Do have our jug backstop just in case we get those pass-throughs, and our 4 layers of cotton t-shirt on the front. So like always, we'll set our chronograph up in front too, so we can hopefully get those impact velocities. We'll see how this round does. Here we go. First one up will be that Glock 33. All right, we are stepping back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. So our impact velocity was 1,440 feet per second. So that's actually pretty good out of that short barrel. It looks like we do have a leaker, so I think we made it through. All right, let's see how we did. So it looks like we got a nice shot on that one. There's that entry hole. You can actually see down in there pretty good. That one has a huge star pattern on that. So definitely getting some good expansion. And there we go from the top. Massive wound channel. Does look like it settled down about the last 4 to 5 inches, but that initial impact is definitely pretty big. So let's see if we can get a measurement from this top. Probably not the most accurate measurement from up here, but so we got 2.5 inches from the top. So let's check it out from the side now. Man, check that out. That's one nasty looking wound channel. So this one, as soon as we hit, it immediately started opening up and just created a huge cavity in there. And there's actually quite a bit of fragmentation too. And like I said, probably the last 3.5, about 4 inches, it really started to settle down, but you can still see fragments in there. So let's see if we can get an accurate measurement from down here at our very bottom to the very top. Man, that's nasty. That's 3 3/4 inches. So that's probably one of the biggest ones we've had so far. Excuse me, even out of this short barrel, it's really doing some damage. And I'm pretty sure we caught it. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we caught it in this first jug, so that's good. But man, it's definitely shedding some petals and a little bit of that jacket in there. Man, that's a nasty looking cavity. So what we're gonna do now is we'll set up and we'll see how that Glock 31 does. All right, we're stepping back to 15 feet. This one is the Glock 31. All right, let's see how we did on that one. So our impact velocity was 1519. So rated was 1550, so came pretty close. All right, let's see how this one did. So it looks like we got a nice hit on this one also. And once again, it looks like you can see down in that cavity, way down in there, you can actually see a chunk of a jacket or something in there. But look at that star pattern. That's nasty. Definitely did quite a bit of damage just from the front, and you can see fragments all over. It kind of looks like that one really spread like a star. So pretty nasty. But look at this top track. That is creating all kinds of damage in this block. Does look like it settled down pretty quick. Kind of dumped all of its energy in the first half of the block, and then the last half kind of settled down. And we didn't actually make it into the jug. Like I said, pretty much dumped all its energy in the block, bounced off the jug, and then I found it on the ground. But Man, that is one huge wound channel right there. So let's see if we can get a measurement from right here. So all the way over, this one is 3.5 inches. So once again, really, really nasty. Huge cavity on that one. And if you guys are worried about over penetration, that'd probably be a good one because like I said, we barely made it through this 13-inch block and then it bounced off that jug. So let's check it out from the side. Check that out. As soon as that thing came in, started opening up, pretty much exploded. Carried through quite a bit, about half the block, and then it did start to settle down pretty quickly. But man, that initial impact is definitely nasty. We have a pedal pretty much here at the very bottom, so we'll see if we can get a decent measurement from where that pedal's sitting to this top one. And once again, we're right at 3.5 inches, so that one is definitely doing its job, creating all kinds of damage. That permanent wound cavity is definitely nasty. So like I said, it just bounced off and it was just right here underneath the table. So we were able to find it. So we'll show those wound paths one more time from the top, and then we'll check out those rounds. All right, check those out. So the one on the right is the Glock 33. The one on the left is the Glock 31. Man, those are crazy. And hopefully you guys are getting a good picture. These are brand new, fresh blocks, so not as cloudy as my last ones. So this one is the Glock 33. Came in, opened up immediately, started shedding some petals, and then started settling down towards the end. That one did make it into that first jug. And our Glock 31 had a little bit more velocity on it, about 80 feet per second. Same thing, came in. This one pretty much exploded. Got fragments all over the place. And that one did settle down pretty quickly also. And we did not make it into the jug on this one, so we barely made it through that block. So let's see what these rounds look like. All right, check those things out. Looks like they both did really good. Not so much in weight retention, but that's not what that round is made for. They definitely mushroomed out really nicely. So the one on the right is the 33, one on the left is the 31. So it does look like that 31 definitely flattened out a little bit more. There's that Glock 33. Really nice mushroom. Pretty much peeled all the way to the end of that round. And it looks like 2 of those petals were hanging on, and they just peeled right over the base of that bullet. But definitely a pretty nasty round. All the rest of it is in the gel. And same thing with this one. Here's the 31. Got a pretty nice mushroom. And this one did peel all the way back to the base of that round. And it doesn't look like there's any petals left on this one. It sheared them all off. And same thing with that, like that 33, they're just all left in the gel. But it looks like it slowed down enough so we didn't make it into that jug. Might be able to tell a little bit better from right here. The one on the left is just a little bit bigger, expanded just a little bit more. But definitely one nasty round right there. I have tested the 124s and they do really good too, so it's cool to finally test this 115 and see what it does. But there we go. That was the Underwood 115 grain jacketed hollow point Glock 33 versus Glock 31. All right, and this is from that 33. Check that cross section out. Some nasty stuff. We got fragments all over the place. We actually have a few right over here that we've already pulled out. But that is one nasty cavity right there. And basically looks like a rifle round came through. Almost the same as that 124 that we tested not too long ago. That 115 was really moving out, fragmenting like crazy. Let's see if we can get a little bit more light in there. Yeah, check that out. Some really nasty stuff. That stuff is barely hanging on. But instead of our normal cuts that we get, kind of the splits, it's like chunks that it ended up tearing out. Same thing on this side. You can just see all those fragments all over the place. And that's out of that short barrel, so that thing was really doing doing a lot of damage. It was moving at 1,440 feet per second, so this is definitely good for that short barrel. But let's cut it open. All right, check this one out. This is some nasty stuff right here. Here's the, I guess, right side, and here's the left side. But man, that's really doing a lot of damage. Looks like as soon as it came in, it basically exploded, dragging in quite a bit of that cotton t-shirt. We have huge stretch cavity. Really, really big stretch cavity, but man, it really messed that gel up. Got some super deep cuts. It's fragmenting all over the place. Same on this top side. It's missing a whole layer right here where it just kind of blew it out. But you can see immediately started opening up. Dragging in some of that cotton t-shirt. Look, there's just like chunks hanging on right there. We got fragments on this side too. Still on the gel. Let me light it up a little bit more. But same thing. Just one nasty round. Came in and blew this stuff up. Some really nasty cuts down in there. There's that other section again. You can really see how wide we got stretched out right here. Just, that gel's nasty. Tons of fragments, so I'll pull out all those fragments too so we can get our pictures of that round here at the end. But man, that did a lot of damage. Pretty cool, especially for that short barrel Glock 33. Alright, here's that Glock 31 cross section. Same thing on this, just doing a crazy amount of damage with that cross section. Stuff is barely hanging on right there. You can see a little bit of that cotton t-shirt. And this side, we just have fragments all over the place. Huge, huge pieces. And same thing with this one. Some really nasty looking cuts right here. But this side's nasty. This one was moving out pretty good too. We didn't quite get rated velocity, but over 1,500 feet per second, still moving out pretty good. So let's light this one up again like the other one so you can really see what's going on. But yeah, ton of damage right there. Big old chunks just kind of hanging on instead of those normal cuts. Crazy stuff right there. And this one, just all those fragments. That round came in and just came apart. Nice deep cuts down in there. Did a lot of damage. So let's cut it open. Actually, show you one more time without that other light. But yeah, coming in, just doing a lot of damage right there. One awesome round. That nozzler's no joke, especially at those super high velocities. So now let's cut it open. All right, and here is the right side, here's the left side. They both have a ton of damage on them, so we'll start with this bottom one first. But you can see where it came in, opened up, and basically just blew up in there with that crazy high velocity. You can see fragments all over the place. They kind of shot everywhere. Same on this top side. It came in and blew up, and that gel's really just barely hanging on. We got fragments all over in both these paths. Did drag in a little bit of that cotton t-shirt, but that is some really nasty stuff. Really deep cuts way down in there. Check that one out. And same on this side. Came in, boom, blew up. Just some nasty stuff right there. Super cool to see. 357 SIG is definitely one of my favorite calibers to test because it really does some damage. Let's see if lighting it up helps see it a little bit more. But both these paths are pretty nasty. One more time, I'll show it from a different angle on how bad that stuff's damaging the gel. And then, like always, I'll pull out all these fragments and get pictures and all that good stuff here at the end. But look at the amount of damage that thing's creating. One nasty round for sure.